Yeah, my fault. My mic was muted. What's up, guys? Just making the announcements. We mm, wait, wait. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I just made the announcements. What is this channel looking like? Dog Vater. Okay. All right, bro. How much money did this guy fucking make, bro? This is insane. What's up, guys? What's up? All right, so gonna try to take some scalps here on MNQ here again. Same account. The size is gonna be pretty slim on that one, but you guys already know. Gonna try to take some opportunities. So today, not much to go over, especially this week. Like it's hard for me to make those recap videos actually. The unfilled gap, there's not a lot of good opportunities. The opportunities that I see a little bit more happening are the Model 1, which is just waiting for a fair value gap to get created and us seeing an inversion for value gap out of it. So that would be something that is happening a little bit more than the unfilled gap scenario. So yeah, the recap is most likely going to be on Model 1 only. But just let me see here, 45. Yeah, so right now we could be forming a gap below us if this candle is failing to close above the previous candle's high. Could potentially scalp the way down. We are inside this 15-minute order block and 15-minute for value gap, so we could see a down close candle. If it is a strong bullish candle, I will not look to scalp to the downside, but if it closes back inside the 20 range, then I look to potentially go short out of that. Definitely. The giveaway, I have accounts to give away for sure. It's just can we reach the like goal? Last time I gave away, last stream I gave away, what was it? A 100K growth account. So for me to give away other accounts, I still have 100K growth accounts to give away again. But I need, I need a shit ton of likes. I'm not gonna lie. How many likes do we have right now? 11? Oh hell no! I need like 160, and I'll give away 100K growth again. Cause I give them for free at this point. Yesterday there was like no one on the stream actually. You never win any giveaways. Oh, you're back. No, he's back. He's back. No, he's back. You're back with the I never win a giveaway. You're the same guy, no? Or you always say this in the chat. Oh hell no. But in terms of trading, 5 minute chart here, we could see a candle close back inside your range of 21. Could potentially scalp the internal gap here on the 5. Uh, Other than that, I'll look for this 15-minute candle to open higher, create the upwick of a future bearish candle, then close back inside the range, try to take a quick scalp back down towards the 15-minute. That would be it, actually. The law of attraction don't work on giveaways. I would disagree, bro. I would disagree. I would disagree. It works on everything. Literally everything. But yeah, so we'll say 160 likes. There's 45 people watching, 160 likes. GG's. Oh my god. But I'll be giving away. Oh shit, I didn't even fucking call out the 150K lightning account giveaway winner. Shit. Fuck. I need to yeah, I need to do that tonight. Most of the time you copy trade your accounts? Yes, I do. I do copy trade my accounts. Definitely, definitely. The best thing to do in my opinion. Glad to hear I haven't been the only one with a bad week. Took a 1% loss on Monday, and for the rest of the week, my limit orders never got hit. Yeah, this is how it is sometimes, man. Same thing for me, not the greatest week, I would say. Some losses here and there, but you know, what do you want to do? It's your fee to be trading that strategy, and for me, I followed every single one of my rules, never broke a rule, so I'm happy with that. You know, so wins and losses, they don't really impact me. I would say it's so yeah. Do you trade gold? No, but let's see. Because I saw that gold was moving. I saw a lot of people. Oh my god. What's that range? 48. Yeah, man, if you take a trade on gold with 5 minis, you could easily make around like 5K or even 10 on a good trade. Easily, I would say. Let's see what we can do with that with Nasdaq right here. I don't hate this trade. Overextended to the upside right now, so I would want to see if we can have that 15-minute candle close back like this. That wouldn't be bad for me. 30-minute close on gold. Is that it? Let me see. Yeah, not bad. Not bad for shorts on gold, I would say. With that 30-minute close. Like, yeah, the shorts would be right now. If they're in play, it's you short right now. Stop loss above this high and you pray. 1-to-1. Literally like this. So shorts at 410. Literally. We're gonna leave it like this and we're gonna see what it does after, but what's up, Amos? Good afternoon. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Making me insecure with those guns, bro. I got small arms, bro. Chill, bro. Chill out, bro. Don't make fun of my arms, bro. I'm looking for a short on the Dow on the 3-minute time frame. All right, let me see. Short on the Dow. Oh, my days along on the Dow was clean as fuck. Definitely clean. Right here. But yeah, I mean, depending on your framework, that could definitely be a good short. Order block entry. For me, I don't see anything that is telling me that price is gonna go up or down. So this is why I would be skeptical about entering, but we'll see. Hoping to get that 1 hour CB rejected. Yeah, me too. I want to see if we can reject this hourly gap, because if it keeps running from here, it will be really hard to find a trade. And I'm starving. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely starving. I want to take a trade. I want to be risk calm, man. I was one trade away from getting the payout. Basically, what happened, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. All right, was one trade away from getting the payout, and what happened was, okay, let me just drag this right here. All right, perfect. What happened was that I had my model. Okay, my model happened. It was my breaker block. Usually, it's either I enter on a breaker or an inverse. Right here, there was the breaker, but what ended up happening was that we were traced so deep inside the breaker that it became literally almost a 50-50. I hate those kind of scenarios. So then I had to take a decision, and I remember the last time I was one trade away from getting the payout, I bitched out on the same exact play twice, and it ended up working out. Okay, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I feel like it's gonna hit. Boom, reacts to the breaker, goes down a little bit. Psych, allied, boom, gets stopped out. Okay, and my gut was like 50-50. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna wait for a better trade. Then next trade right after this one. But I basically I'm never gonna take more than one trade now. Okay, one trade a day. But what ended up happening was that the second trade on that day was a banger trade. So unfortunately, if I missed out on the first one, but then won on the second, I would have gotten the payout. But man, it's unfortunate. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Also, for my rules this week, closed off when the market took off without me and stayed away till the next day. The one and done is in full effect. Yeah, the one and done is always, you're always going to be happy that you have that in your rules. I'm telling you. The number, just remember how you're feeling, or how you felt when you blew accounts, or when you had an extremely bad day because you tilted or did not respect your rules. This is literally the worst thing that can happen to you as a trader. Not following your rules, being like feeling like garbage because you blew accounts in a way that you shouldn't have done, basically. This is the worst way you could ever feel. So if you're taking one trade a day, following that, and never deviating from that plan, you will not have to deal with issues of tilt or psychology. It's just one and done, and you walk away. Take your base hit and walk away. And I received a lot of DMs, most of the people that are either saying that I had a big impact on them, or just telling me that, or just sending me message, are because of that. Literally, they're like, "Yo, I like your approach. I like the fact that you're preaching 1-2 trades a day max, and I'm starting to do that, and I see great results." Or just the risk to reward thing. That, or the risk to reward thing. I still have a full-time job, and it really pisses me off when I miss trades when I'm at work. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you on that. But man, it's how it goes sometimes, bro. It's how it goes. Just need to maybe. At what time do you work? Is it a 9 to 5, or is it later? Because maybe, yeah, I would have said maybe you could trade Asia. Damn, Asia is not good for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have the same win rate in Asia at all, like at all. There's a 15-minute gap right below us, quite far away. I would lean more bullish than bearish right now, actually. With how we're closing above 21, depending on if we inverse this gap aggressively. But yeah, those longs don't look too bad. Okay, it was 1 mini. What the fuck? Let me go on MNQ real quick. I'll try a long here on MNQ. Just tight stop. I'll try a long on MNQ here to get that push if we can off of that 3-minute order block right there. It's either a fast trade to our stop loss or take profit. There is an unfilled gap right below us, but I would use this order block as a bullish PD array to create new highs, since we didn't close above. So we would need that liquidity first in order to go down towards the 15. That's how I would view it, in that way. Using that 5-minute order block, basically. Five-minute obey. This 5-minute though candle could definitely shoot down. So the 24s would be a huge area. Like if we go down to 24s, I need to see us reject 24s. Right here, literally right below this candle's low. If we don't reject it and close strongly below, we're possibly cooked. but I would want to fill your swing off of 24. If we don't see 24 and we start to run above, we're going to win this trade. Okay, if we don't reject here, we're definitely cooked. And it's most likely going to come back towards the gap. But I'd use this as my block to create new highs. So this low exactly needs to hold. This is more of a chill, relax PM session account with micros only. So yes, for the people asking. Sorry for the question. Are you Algerian? Yes, I am. Looks like it wants to go towards that unfilled right here. Even if we're closing above the previous candle's high. That 30 is flipping. Yeah, we gotta stop on that. Damn, that's crazy. Any trades taken today? Yeah, only on this account. I'm break even right now on this account because I made around like 300 earlier, and now just lost this one, so break even. Wait. UK time shifts work. So you trade. You're from the UK, so you could. I work like 6:30 a.m. UK time morning shift to 2:30 p.m. New York. 6:30 a.m. UK to 2:30 p.m. New York market open. Oh, 2:30 p.m. UK time. Okay, it was like 2:30 p.m. New York. I was like, bro, you're working 24 hours a day. But yeah, I would say focus either on the PM session of New York session, or yeah, PM session. You could work on that, or you need basically to adapt your strategy in a way where you can capitalize on at least one move a day, I would say, for scalping. So you need to tweak things just because of your own situation. Yeah, that those shorts look good. Basically, I was leaning more bullish because I saw the way that we closed on that 15-minute candle above this high. So for me, usually we see this area, so the 20s hold and then a push back to the upside. So I would have trimmed my stop loss to break even on that quick move. Saw this unfilled gap get tapped into really quick though, so we got the squeeze. As soon as you get squeezed, a long player is actually getting squeezed, it is a good short opportunity. So that 3-minute change in a state was definitely a good short after. So I would say, like, of course, yes, this was more of the reaction play, but and the play that I took was more a prediction play. 100%. Bet you get asked a lot. What's your strategy? Kind of new to your channel. Been following you on Twitter a year ago. What's up, bro? The strategy is usually candle behavior, unfilled gaps, um, looking at how we're reacting. Are we above the open, below the opening price? Are we rejecting highs, rejecting lows, or breaking highs, breaking lows? So I'm using usually liquidity, gaps, candle behaviors to have my drawn liquidity on either the 15 and the hourly chart. Then I scale down to a 1 or 5 minute chart and find my entries to a certain target. If I can briefly give you an overview of the strategy. Damn, that rejection is absolutely crazy. Could we see a full-on flip? I would be surprised if we see a full-on flip of that hourly candle. I don't think it's gonna happen because it needs to dump around 50 points still. So can take an inversion if we took sell side inside a 15-minute fair value gap for long. Yes, definitely you could, but right now it looks like we're ripping through this 15-minute gap. I'll mark out this high. That's a huge inverse on the 15. Definitely. Do you take PM session trades if you don't get any trades during the AM? 100%. I take a lot of my trades during the PM session because I don't limit myself to a certain time window. I think if you do that, you're going to force trades that are not part of your system, or you're going to try to look for an opportunity that is not A plus and force it just out of FOMO basically. So this is why I trade the PM session also. I am looking for 100 point as my stop loss was 50. Shit. Wait. Yeah, you're most likely gonna get that 100 point. Most likely. If that 15 closes this way, you could potentially get an open high, feel around like the 93s, and then go back down. Looks good for a short on the higher time frame. Could retry another short for sure. This is a huge rejection though. This is not what I want to see. I don't want that. I think it's still healthy, bro. That 15-minute rejection is it's pretty deep. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see how that 15-minute candle was basically wicked. Big wick for sure. What time is it? It's 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. That's a 50-50, man, in my opinion. That's a 50-50. $45. Hmm. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think you're cooked, bro. If this breaker here is not holding and we're closing above 24 on the 5, you're cooked. But it does, this 15-minute candle looks like it's gonna rip to the upside and break that high, especially with this hourly close. So that's that's definitely a good long opportunity, I would say, on that 5-minute inverse. Wow. Yeah, bro, this is GG's. Crazy how quick a candle can flip. It's actually crazy. I'm gonna put a limit order right here and try to get filled on that inverse on 5. I like it, especially with that OB. TP is not showing. That should be better, I think. After this high sweep, gonna be break even. Don't want that 15-minute rejection to collab back on us, so looks like this for now. Yeah, you don't know why I didn't talk. If only you knew, bro. I didn't talk. I entered into my 5 accounts, but there was I messed up on the position size, so I had to shut the hell up for like 2 seconds and lock in on that rejection. But right here, didn't want to see that high. Unfortunately, rejected that 15-minute candles high. Uh, don't want to get into this trade anymore. Still could work out, but not the type of reactions I want to see when we're close to the drawn liquidity, which is 53. Definitely could still work. Could still be, a retracement back towards this 1 minute gap. If this 1 minute gap gets disrespected, that wouldn't be a good sign for me, though. At all. But this 5 minute fair value gap got inversed. We're pulling back to it. So this could be the rocket to the upside. But damn, that shit was fucking scary. Entered on my 5 accounts and oh my, that shit could have been bad. That shit could have been bad, I'm not gonna lie. What's up, champ? How you doing? You're still in? Yeah, still a good trade in my opinion. Just too weaky for me. But I still have this high being the draw, 100%. The thing is, if we didn't get it at the moment I wanted to see it, then we could get heavier retracements and it could get hard to put a stop loss in an area where it actually makes sense. So if it doesn't push from here, I don't see a reason why you should still be in this trade. scalping wise. But the draw is clear, it's this high. 5 minute got inversed. This 4 hour candle closed. Did the trade get filled on all accounts though? Yeah, it got filled on all accounts. I can show y'all, but god damn. Walked out with $0 on that. But oof, could have been bad. Basically, you see here entered 5 micros. The drop here was with 5 minis, so yeah. This candle quickly flipped on us. Maybe ES looks good. Let me see ES. Now even ES did the same exact thing. Right now ES just swept the high. That's possibly why we pulled back. And that's possibly why we're getting such high resistance at the highs. Right here. But we're most likely gonna see a nice push to the upside. Ripping above, I would say, the 50s. 55s. Almost to 60s, I would say, on that straight push. Yeah, unfortunate B, but a great trade. Yeah, 100%. This same trade worked out perfectly on ES. That's the thing. If you guys saw, like, it was the same exact entry. Just look at what happened on ES. The same exact thing. Entry here, price pushes up, sweeps the high on ES, but not on NQ. And they were exactly at the same. They were exactly at the same exact area, I would say. Look, they're the same. It's just you have the same analysis. One of the pairs is stronger, so it takes the high. The other one doesn't, so then it affects the other pair that you're not that you are trading. So SMT is tricky, definitely tricky. Gonna come back. 2 seconds. I don't know why I put those on. No one's talking to me. GG's. And I hate that the worst is never happened. Yeah. Every time you get out of a trade because of an SMT, let's say you decide to put your stop loss to break even because of the SMT, you get stopped out, and then price runs to your target. But when you don't put stop loss to break even, when there's SMT, it crashes down all the way to your full stop. That's a principle. That's the principle behind SMTs. So you're better off not looking at them, I would say. Because the odds of seeing a full-on reversal to your stop loss is so slim anyways. It's like you're so close to that high. Seeing price going all the way down here has slight chances of happening. But can still happen. And how are you gonna react when you're gonna take that loss knowing that you know that concept? That's really the main takeaway here. Made my loss back from the shorts. I'm out. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. But you see, like the reason why I got break even, if you're so close to the internal high with that reaction of the gap and you're bouncing back again, this is, I will not say bad price action. There's no such thing as bad price action, but this is just an accumulation phase. And you could get chopped up inside of that for a long time. So still believe that we're going to hit the target though. Yeah. This is a set and forget type trade if you want to survive that. 100%. What's up, bro? I think the delay got better. Like there's no delay or slight delay, and I think, what is it? Let me see. 17. No, there's still delay, bro. I put zero delay too, so I don't know. Took the high, took the high finally, but was had a hard time hitting this high. I was in longs like right here, almost had my stop loss really tight, and had this high as my target. Unfortunately, went few handles away from hitting the target, so I put stop loss to break even because of ES sweeping this high and not in Q. So created that move down, stop us out, I break even to then run back up to the target. Nothing too deep here. Damn, unlucky on the trade, but your psychology is inspiring. Live to trade another day. Managed to get a win today. Bought around 24,875. Good shit. Good job, Charlie. And I appreciate you for that comment. Uh, yeah, I mean, live to trade another day is definitely the best thing you can trade. The best mentality to have in trading. Not forcing your way and trying to make quick bucks. Short, let's say the short term gains. And basically what I'll say is easy come, easy go. The easier you make the money and the faster you make the money, the faster it will walk away from you. So make sure to build the skill and only take the setups that are valuable actually, and walk away if you take a loss. It's not that deep. And also one thing is, like, right now you're gonna see a lot of traders showing big P&Ls on some firms and stuff. Don't compare yourself too much to that, please, because you don't know what they did to get there, and also you don't know how much money they spent to get to that amount of money. You don't know what they sacrificed or anything. So don't compare yourself too much to other people's results. Doing great. What about you, Sly? This is a slow grind up Friday PM session. Wanted to see that long opportunity hit though, but fortunate. Definitely unfortunate on that. Yeah, always doubt on what comes easy to you, 100%. But you're gonna see also, like, usually if you make money too fast, you're gonna have the imposter syndrome. You're gonna feel like garbage. You're gonna feel like you don't deserve that money, or you're not the person worthy of that money. Big wins are not healthy. Small consistent wins and showing you that every single day you're working towards something greater than just money. You're also working on mastering yourself as a person and your emotions. That will bring you far. But trying to go for home runs and 100K days, 30K days will bite you at the end. Try using the value gap on the 15-minute and IFVG at 5 or less. It never works for me. I don't know why. I will say the inversion for value gap strategy based on the 15 is something you can't use at all times. You can only use it, in my opinion, when it's a quick instant reaction and you're barely even closing inside the gap. Let's say there's a gap. Okay, I'll mark out the upper portion of that gap. If it taps the upper portion, immediately pushes to the upside, this is a good trade. But if it starts accumulating inside the gap, then you're most likely going to get chopped up inside this range, and there's most likely going to be a lot of fake outs here. So I take, let's say, the first hit, boom, doesn't even close the singular handle inside the gap, and then you take the movement back for the reversal. Gap up on Monday. I don't know about that. Maybe. Yeah, man, absolutely. Honestly, learned so much from your psychology wise. Seeing you pull insane money from just one trade a day seriously changed how I looked at trading now. Yeah, man, you don't need more than that actually. Take one trade a day. I think the more you expose yourself to the more trades you take and the more you expose yourself to risk, the less chances you have of being profitable at the end, because you expose yourself also too much to potential psychology problems. If you take 20 trades a day, at one point there's going to be like 7 out of them that are not going to be in the right side, and you're just generally going to blow the account. Let's be honest. Who can, like, nobody can handle those kind of drawdowns basically if you're taking too much trades. Also, documenting my road to fund it on my Twitter helps me keeping accountable, trying to get funded. Nice. Yeah, this is why social media is a good thing, in my opinion. It can keep you accountable, but also finding a community can also do the same thing. Finding a community of people that are on the same journey will definitely help you stay accountable. There's equal highs on the 3-minute to the left. I don't pay attention too much on, let's say, the equal highs on the lower time frames like that. Let's say equal highs on the 30-minute chart are the best, or 15-minute chart. So here, these are equal highs on the 15, so it's not bad. But let's say like there was equal lows or equal highs on the 1-minute. That's a little bit too subjective for me. Like, it's not as high win rate as if it's big structure like this. And this is exactly the trade that I got stopped out to break even out of. Man, it created equal highs. My take profit was 0.5 handles, 0.25 handles above that. Yeah, the less is more in this business, 100%. Seeing your monthly recap screenshot changed my whole perspective. Appreciate you. But it's better to just, because it's always happened. Every time I've had a bad month, I would look back at the reason why I had a bad month, and it was never because of the strategy. It was always because of me pushing too many buttons on a day that gave me 2 losers or 3 losers, and I couldn't accept it. So like, when you look back at your journal and you analyze your data and you're like, all right, if I didn't have any emotions this month, how much profits should I have been up basically in this month? And then you look back and you're like, shit, the strategy isn't the problem, it's me. And I've been through that so many times. And I would say the best thing that can happen to you is making those kind of mistakes, so you remember how it feels. I always say this: when you blow accounts, even if it's been, let's say, 30 days or 100 days that you didn't blow any accounts, you need to remember at all times how you felt during that moment. And for me, the last time I blew accounts, that was basically my fault and my psychology issues. I remember how it felt, and it's something I don't want to go through again. You know, it's you just feel like garbage. You feel like you don't want to keep trading anymore. You just basically gave you a reason to doubt yourself. So that's why I try to stay in touch with my psychology, and I know that what triggers me is taking 2-3 losses in a row with max size. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk away after a loss and see what the market has for us on the next day. And that's better for me. That's the right approach for me. Because even if I'm gonna make less money than if I was taking 2 trades or 3 trades a day, because my strategy was extremely good on that month, my mental health is being preserved, so I will stay longer in this game. So it's exactly like a football game. If you guys know American football, it's the same thing. It's either you start in the middle of the field, okay? You can go for base hits and patient executions that are going to give you 5 yards, 10 yards, and then you're going to get the first down and move and get close towards the touchdown area, basically. But if you try to swing for the fences at all times, then the chances of you being able to pull it off every single time is so slim that you're going to look back at the game, look at the VOD, and be like, yeah, what if we just gave the pass to that guy, which was not the best pass, but it would have gave us at least 10 points or 10 yards, so it would have been closer to the target. Maybe we could have kicked the ball after. in the loss sometimes. Oh shit. I think I lagged. Uh, Wait 2 seconds. Do you guys hear me? I don't know if you guys still hear me. I think I lagged. Let me know if you guys hear me. I lagged for like 2 seconds. Okay. So I didn't have a losing month for a while. I won't lie, but it's something I know is gonna happen in the future. I'm okay with that. You know, it's it's been so normalized that people don't have drawdowns in trading when in reality it's the total opposite. That's why comparing yourself to people is bad. It's because you don't know who's showing you the real truth or people who's just showing you the highlights, you know? And it's normal. It's like it's social media. You're not going to post a picture of you sitting in the bathroom taking a shit. You know, you only post your highlights on social media. So don't don't compare yourself to someone else's highlight when you know how life goes. You know that it's not easy. You're gonna take losers. You're gonna be in drawdown. You are going to fail sometimes. You're gonna blow accounts. You will have to reset your mental. And that's the thing is you think you're bad because you're comparing yourself to unrealistic. You have unrealistic expectations because you're looking at unrealistic results from other people. The audio isn't stable. Are you guys? Is it the same for everyone? But yeah, that's what I'll say. This is the biggest game changer. Really, don't think you're never gonna have drawdown. It's normal, man. It's like going into a 5 trade losing streak is okay. You know, how are you gonna react from that though? Is what will tell you if you're a good trader or not, or if you have things to work on. I always say this: you never know if you're truly a good trader until you get tested. And it's you're not gonna get tested all the time. That's the thing. If you have true edge and you know what you're doing, you're gonna get tested like 4 or 5 times in a year. Drawdown streak or streaks of the market playing with you and doing some tricks on you. Either it goes one tick from your let's say one tick from your take profit reverses back to your break even. How are you gonna react? The market gives you such good opportunities, but is 2 ticks away from making from hitting your limit order, but doesn't hit it. How are you gonna react? You're in a big drawdown streak, 7 loss in a row. How are you gonna react? These are stuff that people don't talk about, but bro, it happens. It's every people think not a lot of people understand the concept of drawdown, in my opinion, which is something normal. People think that as soon as you get profitable, you win all the time. But no, not at all. Even when you have a 65-70% win rate, you lose. Like you lose 6 times, 5 times in a month. But how are you gonna react? Are you gonna keep trading the same strategy and let it yield the result that it has to yield you? Or are you gonna strategy hop thinking that your strategy is the problem when in reality you don't have the data to back everything up? So there's things you can do to have better psychology overall and to have more awareness. But let's say if you have a missing part, let's say edge, or you have a missing part in that whole structure that you should have to have good psychology, then your brain's gonna play tricks on you 100%. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of your day, bro. Have to run. All right, peace out, brother. Have a good weekend. Yeah, the best losers win. The best losers win. But that's the thing is, it's been so normalized to get three payouts in a month. It's like no, bro. Three payouts. A payout is 100% return. Relax. It's not easy. Don't normalize that. Because if you normalize that, then you're gonna try. You're gonna put too much pressure on you to get to that level and to get payouts every single week, and then you're gonna think you're bad for not getting a payout every single week or every single 2 weeks. When in reality, this shit is fucking hard. You know. What do you do to stop yourself from overtrading? You overtrade. That's how you do. You overtrade and see how that will what that will do to your P&L, what that will do to your bank account. And then that feeling that overtrading will give you will stop will make you stop overtrading. It's exactly what are you doing? Let's say it's the same thing as if you ask me, what do you do to stop over leveraging? Then you over leverage. That's how you do it. You do the thing that you shouldn't be doing, so then you get an emotion from it, so then you learn from that emotion because you don't want to get through that emotion again. How did you discover this model? Just randomly noticed it, or how? I will suggest you, if you don't have a model yet, or you're still looking to find something, never go on the 1, 2, 3, 5 minute chart ever in your whole life before understanding what price is most likely gonna do on the higher time frame. Because you will fail and fail and fail and fail. You will literally only fail if you trade the 1 minute chart. It's the worst time frame ever if you don't know where price is most likely going to go on the higher time frame. So how did I discover that? I went on the 15-minute chart, stared at every single 15-minute candle, and tried to predict the next one and the next one and the next one after and the next one after. And then I saw, oh shit, this is happening a lot. This is happening a lot. Or when this pattern happens, we go there. Same thing on the hourly. And then I found my framework, and then I scaled down to lower time frames to find the reason why some would fail, some would win. And then I have my whole system. Everything is in place now. But if you go on the 1 minute chart thinking that, all right, I recognize what is a break of structure, now I can make money of this market. It's like you knowing how to shoot the ball, shoot a 3 point, and thinking you can go to the NBA now. Hell no. You're gonna get fried. What do you do? Yeah, I think I responded to that question. Uh, are you are your live always this time? Yes, usually Thursday, Friday, always at around 1:15, 1:30 p.m. But if you enjoyed if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Literally, these sessions are literally psychology sessions. I could call them psychology sessions. What's your shoot me some questions. I'll respond. Anything, literally. What's your biggest issue in trading? What do you think you're failing? Um, what's your current situation trading? Do you believe in you? Do you think it's too hard? Are you on the verge to quit? What is happening? I want to learn a little bit more about you guys. Is there a giveaway? That's the question. Oh hell no, bro. There's gonna be one next stream. Next stream, 100%. Promise. But yeah, my biggest problem is usually what I just said. Unrealistic unrealistic expectations, comparison, no system, fake confidence, no, I would say, no accountability, ego. How to reduce lot size and increase the amount of trades in a day for scalping inside a model. How to reduce the lot size and increase the amount of trades. I would highly not recommend you to do that. It looks so good, let's say, in a scalper's mind to be like, all right, I'm going to take multiple scalps in a day, 5 scalps, and just go for 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s. I'm telling you, the amount of randomness there is in this market is crazy, and the more trades you take, the more you expose yourself to that kind of randomness. Someone could literally just call and take out all his shares of Amazon or this or that, and he's a big player, and you're cooked. The price is gonna do this. There's randomness in this chart. There's institutions spoofing and this and that. There's not always a reason why you lose the trade. So the more trades you take, the more you're gonna face that factor of randomness, and sometimes just by pure probabilities, then you're gonna be unfortunate on those kind of randomness, on this kind of randomness basically, and you're gonna lose a lot of trades in that month, and you're gonna think that uh, your strategy is bad when in reality you just expose yourself to too much randomness. Ever since I hit a live account with Top Step and lost it, I've been in a downhill spiral. Any advice? Yeah, ask yourself this, Moondog. Did you get that live account because you were you were trading a system that is repeatable in the long run and you truly had edge, or you think that what you did could potentially be luck and you need to go back to square zero and you maybe got lucky? That's one thing you really need to ask yourself. If the answer is, I can't reproduce those kind of results because I don't even know how, basically, you can't reproduce those kind of results because you got rewarded on trades that were not even your strategy and you were using so much discretion that it's hard to find those kind of setups again because you were just in a flow state. It's different. It's like right now you just realized that trading, the basically the trading that you were doing in the past, is not the best way to do it because now you're struggling. So you need to get back to square zero, square one, and build something that is build a new foundation. And it's hard because I'll tell you this: when you touch money from trading, or when you have some success, the hardest thing is to accept that the next month you could not be making money. And in trading, you kind of lose your identity in a sense, because let's say you average 10-20k months for 3 months straight, and then 2 months in a row you don't get any money from trading. Then you're starting to doubt yourself, and you're starting to be like, damn, what if I got lucky? What if I got this? What if I got that? But if you're truly confident in your system and you have the data and this and that, you can lean on the fact that, yo, I'm making some mistakes right now. I'm just gonna fix them and everything will go better. So it's a question of being able to know what happened to you. Basically, how did you get that money? Was it luck? Was it straight up you followed your plan and right now you just face too much psychology issues because you basically you feel like you lost yourself in the process, because you tried to achieve goals that were not the right goals to achieve at that time? I'm currently building my model around your unfilled 15-minute gap, even named mine the squeezer model. Nice. That's nice, bro. You're gonna find something 100%. But I love the fact that you're building your own model based on the framework that I showed. This is exactly what you should be doing because you're everyone has different knowledge, comes from different backgrounds. So knowing this, trying to replicate someone else's model without knowing exactly what he knows is going to be hard for you to reproduce the same kind of results. I feel like I think it was luck, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's what you need to ask yourself. Is like a lot of people that trade with discretion don't know, but they're getting rewarded for trades that are not positive expected value edge. They're not edge. They're basically they got in a trade and it ended up working out. It was, let's say, the low of day, and they entered with max size and they held and it reached the top. Nice. Can you do that again on Monday? Can you do that again next week, next month? If the answer is no, then the trade that you took was a bad trade. I don't care how you're gonna potentially debate on that, but if you can't replicate the trade and you can't explain the reason why someone who's going against you is gonna fail in the long run, you're gambling on God, and you need to acknowledge that. And that's one of the biggest thing to become a profitable trader, is being accountable to the amount of work you've put into your system. If you never truly journaled or back tested, you're not going to have the skill. It's as simple as that. You need to put work in your system and know everything about ins and outs, drawdowns, literally everything. The longer you're going to lie to yourself, the more you're going to hate yourself in the future. Bro, I feel stuck once again with this thing where I jump over strategies and can't really stick to one. All right, I'll tell you this. If you stick to one strategy but try to get 1% better every day, and you never deviate from it, and you journal and you back this every single day, you're gonna find something different to the approach that you took in the first place, but that will derive from that initial strategy, and that will turn you into a profitable trader. But switching strategies and thinking that what this guy said is the right approach to trading and to the market is always going to leave you in desperation and in a spiral where you're going to keep switching strategies, keep thinking that this mentor is bad, this mentor is bad, this one is this one is that. Focus on yourself, focus on your model, get better using your model, because everyone sees the market in a different way, even if it's mechanical. I'll dodge some bullets sometimes that you will take, and you will be in a bad situation because you took 5 losers that I didn't take in a month, or etc. So build your own model based on someone else's framework, or a framework that is known, but get so good at it and put so much effort towards that framework that it's unreasonable for you to not be a profitable trader or not make it. It's as simple as that. It's just like a business. How do you think, like it's like running anything. How do you expect to make money or make a living out of something that you don't put too much effort in, or you don't know exactly all the ins and outs? It's like you can't run a restaurant and make a living with a restaurant if you don't know everything. You need to know everything. You need to be versatile. But you don't need to know someone else's strategy. You just need to know your own and be so good at your own that after 5 years, you look back and you're like, shit, I'm a fucking great scalper now. All love, brother. Without a giveaway, appreciate your influence. I appreciate you, Adam. This is what I want to hear, bro. Struggling with wanting to be perfect, so every time I take a loss, I feel like I need to change something about my model. I feel you, bro. Shit, that hit me hard because I was the same, man. What Nathan said is so true, and I felt that way for the longest time. Basically, what he's saying is that if he's trying to be so perfect to a point where as soon as he takes few losses and stuff, he wants to tweak some things in his strategy and things that his strategy isn't perfected in a way. And I feel that so much. And what I'll say is this: just take your strategy All right, this is what I did. Just take your strategy and go in the opposite direction every time. This is what I did in backtesting. I was like, damn, if I go in the opposite direction, I'm getting pissed on. Like, I'm net negative 500K at the end of the year. Seeing this, just keep trading your strategy. If you reverse engineer what you're doing and it's not working at all, like you're literally getting wrecked, then it's a good indication. That's first. That's one thing I did. The second thing is just try another strategy and go backtest it and see how bad your results are. Then you're going to look back at what you currently have and the results that you have, and you're going to be like, damn, I should stick to what I have, because what I have has way more substance. What I have is, I could lean back towards that way more than anything else, because the other stuff has a way bigger learning curve from where I am right now, and I genuinely have something that is great. You need to tell that to yourself and show it in backtesting or in your journal, in your data. But I'll say this also, Nathan, because I really felt your comment, and no strategy has 100% win rate, and you really need to understand that either if you try to chase win rate, you're just chasing a lower risk to reward. This is just the basic of statistics. If you chase a higher and higher win rate, you're just gonna add more and more rules, and you're gonna have a higher win rate. Okay, yes, if you put more rules in place, you're gonna have a higher win rate, but it doesn't mean you're gonna make more money. This is one quote that I posted on my Twitter yesterday, and I said amateurs want to be right, but this is not the right thing to do. You don't need to be right. Amateurs want to be right, but pros want to make money. And that's really where the difference is. It's, if you try to be right and have the highest win rate, then you're chasing a lower risk to reward, because statistically this is where you're going to get a high win rate. Let's say having a 70% win rate, you're chasing a lower risk to reward and also a lower amount of trades every month. And does that mean that you're going to have a higher win rate, that you're going to be more profitable than me that has a 67% win rate? No, because I can make the count right now. Let's say you have a 72% win rate, but you're only taking 100, let's say 115 trades a year. Okay, because let's be honest, if you have a win rate above 70, in my opinion, you're not taking that many trades. So let's say this is your win rate, where you're taking the number of trades, okay, 115. But let's say for me, I have a 60, let's be honest, I have like a 67, sometimes 64. It could go all the way to 74, but I'll say around like 67% win rate. Okay, or not even 67. Let's go for 60. Let's say 66. Okay, even lower than that. But I do take around 245 trades in a year. Okay, let's make the count. Let's take out the calculator right here. You're gonna make less money, I bet. So you have 72%. Okay, so 0.72 times 115. Let's say you have a 1-to-1 risk to reward, because that's how I do it. Okay, you're winning 82 trades. Okay, and you're losing 33. Okay, so 82.5, right? So then 82, so now you make 82 minus 33, you are up 49 Rs. Okay, with a 1-to-1 risk to reward, you're up 95 times what you initially invested in every single trade. So let's say you put in $1,000 of risk every trade, then you're making 49,000 at the end of the year. Or if you're putting in 3,000, then almost 150K. Good. Let's see this one, 66%, but times 245 trades. You're winning 161 trades, so 62, but you're losing, so 245 minus 162, so you're losing 83. Okay, so at the end of the year, You make 162 minus 83, you're making 79 Rs. You see the difference? You're making way more money with having a lower win rate. So if you try to chase a high win rate, then you're only chasing a lower risk to reward or a lower R multiple. Hopefully this is going to change your whole mindset towards trying to chase better and better and better. It's exactly like AI. Do you know this, guys? The best AI is the AI that is not perfect. It is an AI that has missing pieces in it. Why? Because if an AI is too good, then it's going to lean towards something, some rules that he's going to have, and it's not going to be a good rule that applies to right now, to the society right now, or to the market conditions right now. It's the same shit. It's exactly like this. Let's say it is important to backtest, but it's important to backtest to a certain extent. Okay, why? I can't go back to 2012 and add a rule to my system because in 2012 I got wrecked by trading the same way as I'm doing right now and it works. Why? Because if I try to add a rule just to make that 2012 year be a better year and an overall well-rounded year, that will most likely I will most likely shoot myself in the foot because the market conditions in 2012 were absolutely different than right now. So adding a rule to a certain market condition that is not the same as right now is dumb. So you can't have too good of a model. You have some room to tweak your model. This is why adaptation is such a big part of your trading and should be. Hopefully that gives you but I think like I can't. This was like the best possible answer I could have given you. And the reason why I give you such a good answer is because I was also asking the same question to myself. You know, I was literally asking the same question to myself, and I saw that while adding rules and adding this and adding that and just backtesting more and more and more, I'm always just shooting myself in the foot. I was like, in 2012, let's say in 2024, I had this kind of results, and I'm getting fucked in 2024 because I tried to add a rule that applied to 2018. Why would I do that? You know? So at a certain extent, just let go, take your strategy, and see what the market is doing right now. But if you're rushing to make money, I'm gonna make money now. I'm not making money this month. What the fuck is happening? No, like you need to chase the fact that you want to become a better trader and not chase the fact that you want to make money. Because in the first place, like there is some time to adapt to the new market conditions. Right now, Trump is in the office. The market is not moving the same way. You know. What's up, bro? What's up? Okay, this guy's typing caps lock GG's, and again the same guy. Bro, my framework is perfectly working, but I closed the trade early. Please give me advice. Write that 3 times. Do you take any trades today? No, I didn't, bro. I didn't. I wanted, like, there was. Wait, let me see. Yeah, there was like 2 opportunities, but didn't get filled. Like it ran without me. You see them on 15. But yeah, if your framework is good, but you close your trade too early, it's you need to put in more work in backtesting. Keep backtesting. Keep trying to find the reason why you trade. You have that. Well, you're doing that in the live market. Are you truly confident in your model? Do you have enough pictures that shows you that, okay, this is my take profit, and it gets hit multiple times in a row? It's like, how are you going to have the confidence in the live market to be trading something that you never backtested in the past? And all the people, I don't care who's your mentor, who's this or who's that. If your mentor is saying that backtesting is overrated, he's definitely trading with either discretion or he's a full on capper, bro. Because the thing is, it's like, how do you expect to be a good boxer without hitting the gym every single day? It's the same thing. Our gym is backtesting, is journaling, is live, is forward testing. And if you say that forward testing is better than backtesting, then you're a dumbass. Because why would you want to test out something that is not working by losing your own fucking bread? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. It's like, why do you want to have, like, I will say this, I spent more time in backtesting a strategy that wasn't working than backtesting a strategy that was working. Because I didn't always have the same framework. I put in like literally thousands of hours in backtesting strategies that basically I found out through backtesting that they were not working. So yeah. But really good questions you guys asked. How much R do you make in a month? Around, I would say like 5 to 7, sometimes 8. But I try to go for 5, 8. Like the best months would be 10, 10, 15. It don't happen too much. A good month, a decent month would be 7. A bad month would be 4, 4, 5. Always say this to yourself. If what you're hearing is not putting you in a state of discomfort, then the person in front of you doesn't want what's good for you. Because you never grow in your comfort zone. Never. You only grow by knowing that what you're doing isn't the right thing. So if you hear stuff and you're not like, damn, this guy pisses me the fuck off, then this guy doesn't I'm saying this guy doesn't want your honest success. But depending, it's like you could be there's two type of person. There's the type of person that that the heart speaks. I'm that type of guy who, like, let's say I do something wrong and someone is watching me doing something wrong. If he corrects me in a way where, like, he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, wake up. I'm gonna understand it a little bit more than if he's just soft and, yo, bro, you could be so good if. I'm just that type of guy, but not everyone is like this. After 9:30 open, higher time frame looked bearish and 15-minute for rally gap formed. I waited for a downside reaction and planned entries on the 1 to 5-minute for rally gaps, targeting the 15-minute buy. I hesitated to go. This was the trade of the day. If you want to take a look at this, this was the trade. Let me show you the execution marks. But this was the trade, but I ended up getting stopped out at break even. But it was a equal high scenario. This was the unfilled on the 15. Right here. Same exact framework. It was a really good trade. If you hesitated on that, I would say, I don't know for what reason. I think it was a really good trade either way. But don't blame yourself too much. There's always going to be another opportunity. Stay positive, my brother. My brother. Why did you, like, you can ask anything, bro. It's not that deep. Why are you retracting your message? Do you want to gatekeep the strategy, bro? Yeah, ES took that gap. That's why 100%. What he just said is true. That's right. There was an S&T inside this 15-minute gap, and price rushed to the downside. 100%, 1,000%. So, what time is it? 1 hour and 40 minutes. Damn, we've been yapping. So, guys, I'll wrap this up right here. 3 p.m. I'm not gonna take any more trades. This week I finished the week 1 win, 2 losses, only 3 trades, -1 R. So all good. We manage risk. We live to trade another day. And you see, this week I didn't get what I wanted from the market, but my accounts are still alive and they're in a pretty good position still. But if I tilted on the second loss and I started to do to make to take, let's say, trades that were not part of my strategy, and I would have blown those accounts, then I would have felt like shit during the whole weekend. And as soon as I would have went to bed, I would have been like, damn, what if I still had those accounts? Damn, what if I just respected my rules and saw what the next week had for me? Always that. So if it was a tough week for you, or tough week mentally, and you got wrecked, let's say, it's all good. Bounce back from it, and we live and we learn. All right. So appreciate y'all. Again, if you liked the stream and enjoyed the talks that we had, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm doing those streams every single Thursday and Friday at the same time, so 1:30 p.m., 1:15, 1:30 p.m. EST. I'm also doing a lot of giveaways in this account, so make sure to tune in. I'm giving away Lightning accounts, growth accounts. Right now I'm doing a 150k Lightning account giveaway on my Twitter, so make sure to tune in that. And I'm gonna do one more next week, and another one next week, and another one the week after. So always giving back to the community, because more blessings if you're generous. So much love, guys, and I see you guys on Monday for the backtesting session with Tradeify TV, and also my live session there at 12 p.m. EST. Much love, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out.